There are places on Earth more alien than Mars, stranger than Jupiter's moons, and more unexplored than Saturn's rings. And yet, they're not in outer space. They're right here, beneath the waves of our own planet. This is the story of the deepest part of the ocean, a world so crushing, so dark, and so extreme that only a handful of human missions have ever survived the descent. And what explorers have found down there? It challenges everything we thought we knew about life, survival, and even ourselves. Glowing predators, giant single-celled organisms, vast underwater mountains taller than Everest, and, perhaps most shocking of all, evidence of us, in the one place we were never meant to reach. So, what exactly have we discovered in the deepest part of the ocean? The deepest part of Earth's oceans lies in the Mariana Trench, a massive scar carved into the Pacific sea floor. It's nearly 1,500 miles long, and at its lowest point, called the Challenger Deep, it plunges down almost 36,000 feet. To picture that, if you dropped Mount Everest into the trench, the peak would still be more than a mile underwater. Down here, the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level, like holding 50 jumbo jets on your back. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and sunlight, it never touches this world. To us, it sounds like a place where nothing could survive, but the ocean always finds a way. For centuries, the trench was just a mystery on maps. No one knew what lurked in its shadows. That changed in 1960, when Swiss explorer Jacques Piccard and US Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh boarded a strange-looking submersible called the Trieste. Their descent lasted nearly 5 hours. At one point, the pressure cracked one of their observation windows, yet they pressed on until they reached the bottom. And there, against all odds, they saw movement, what looked like a living creature in the mud. Life, in the most hostile environment on Earth. Decades later, in 2012, filmmaker James Cameron made history with a solo dive to Challenger Deep. Inside his custom-built green sub, he filmed a barren yet alien landscape and collected samples. His mission revealed not only life, but the possibility of entire ecosystems that humans had never imagined. And in 2019, explorer Victor Vescovo went even deeper, discovering new species and proving that the abyss still has secrets waiting to be uncovered. The animals living in this extreme world are like survivors from another planet. Snailfish, ghostly, jelly-like fish with translucent skin. They don't have the bones or gas-filled swim bladders of surface fish. Those would collapse instantly under the pressure. Instead, their bodies are soft, flexible, and built to endure. Amphipods, tiny shrimp-like scavengers that thrive on marine snow, the constant rain of dead plankton, fish, and debris drifting down from above. Some amphipods carry chemical compounds that scientists believe could one day lead to breakthroughs in medicine. Xenophyrophores, single-celled organisms that are bigger than golf balls. Think about that for a second. A single cell, living on the ocean floor, visible to the naked eye. But perhaps the most fascinating are the bioluminescent creatures. Imagine pitch-black water suddenly glowing with eerie flashes of blue and green. Some use the light as bait, others as camouflage, and some to warn predators. In the dark world of the trench, light is light's greatest weapon. The bottom of the trench isn't flat, it's rugged, dramatic, and otherworldly. There are mud volcanoes, deep ridges, and towering seamounts that would rival mountains on land. In some areas, Hydrothermal vents spew superheated water, rich with minerals. And here's the astonishing part. Entire ecosystems survive around these vents. Worms with no mouths or stomachs. Shrimp with heat sensors on their backs. Microbes that eat chemicals instead of sunlight. These discoveries prove something profound. Life doesn't need sunlight. It just needs energy. And if that's true here, could it also be true on distant ice-covered moons like Europa or Enceladus? The deep ocean doesn't just tell us about Earth, it hints at the possibility of life beyond our planet. But perhaps the most disturbing discovery wasn't alien-looking fish or giant microbes. It was us. When scientists examined amphipods pulled from Challenger Deep, they found microplastics inside their tiny bodies. Plastic fibers that originated from human activity had traveled 7 miles down into the bellies of deep-sea creatures. In 2019, a plastic bag was found at the bottom of the trench. Candy wrappers too. Even here, in the planet's most remote and extreme location, pollution has made its mark. The message is impossible to ignore. No place on Earth is truly untouched. Despite these missions, the truth is we've only scratched the surface. We've explored less than 5% of the ocean. That means 95% remains unknown. What other species are waiting to be discovered? Gigantic predators that lurk in total darkness? Microbes with abilities that could revolutionize medicine? Or entire ecosystems hidden away, operating on principles we haven't even imagined yet? Every dive brings surprises. Every sample holds secrets. The abyss is less an empty wasteland and more a living library of mysteries. So, what have we found in the deepest part of the ocean? Ghostly snailfish, shrimp that feast on falling debris, giant single-celled organisms, glowing predators, vast mountains and volcanoes hidden under black water. And hauntingly, we found ourselves. Plastic bags, microfibers and waste, carried into a place we were never supposed to reach. But the real story isn't what we've already found. It's what we haven't. The ocean's deepest trenches are among the last great frontiers of exploration. They remind us that even on our own planet, there are still worlds as mysterious and unexplored as any alien planet. Because the deep sea isn't just a mystery, it's a mirror showing us both the resilience of life and the fragility of our planet. And as long as the abyss remains unexplored, it will continue to whisper to us, daring us to ask, what else is waiting in the dark?